What's up, gamers? Russ Lyman here, and I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks on going to game conventions, what to bring, and how I film them. So convention season is upon us, and a lot of you guys are going to be going out to these conventions and enjoying them. And for some of you, it'll be your first time going, so hopefully after watching this video, you'll have the confidence and know what to do when you get there. So first thing on my list you should bring, definitely a backpack. You need a backpack to put all the stuff you're going to be bringing to the convention, as well as what you'll be buying. Now, something else I like to do is pack snacks for the game convention. It could be candy or maybe power bars, cereal bars, or even maybe make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. This could be for the trip to the convention if it's going to be a long drive, or while you're at the convention and maybe you don't want to pay the high price tag for the food that is there. So it's great to buy snacks. And if it's a multi-day convention and you'll be staying at a hotel, you could always go to the grocery store and get food there for the hotel, saving you more money rather than always having to go out to eat or buy food at the convention. Something else that's great to bring is a container to put water in. This way you could fill it up at the water fountain at the game convention, and you always have something to drink in case you're parched. Another thing I like to pack is a handheld game system, whether it be a Game Boy Advance or maybe a 3DS, or now you can even bring your Nintendo Switch to the game conventions. But this allows you something to do while you're waiting in line to get into the convention, or perhaps a panel that you want to see. Now, I'm not sure how relevant it is anymore, but with the 3DS you can get street passes when other people have their 3DS system on. So that's always a fun thing to do, to get some puzzle pieces, street passes, keeping this bad boy charged up. Or if you're with your Nintendo Switch, you could always play co-op games like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart with other people in the line, so you can meet some new friends and play some games with them. And if you are playing handheld systems like the Game Boy Advance, make sure you bring a couple extra batteries so you can keep it charged, or the chargers for said system. And it's also a good idea to bring your phone charger with extra long cable because you're going to be on your phone a lot and you want to make sure it doesn't die, so you can always plug it in while you're waiting to get into a panel or during some downtime. It's also good to bring one of those rechargeable batteries that you could plug your phone in. This way you're not tied to an outlet. You can plug it in, toss it in your bag, or even keep it in your pocket and still walk around and enjoy the convention. Another great thing to bring along is some game magazines. Again, this could be for the car ride up at the hotel, or while waiting to get into a panel, you could catch up on some news articles or upcoming games. Another big tip is make sure you update your game list of what games you own. A lot of times people go out to conventions and they don't know what they have, and they end up buying a game that they already own, wasting money and making a duplicate. Now, I use an app on my phone called Sort It, and it tracks all my games. It has all the games for all the systems I have, and it also has a wish list which you can add, and this way I can go through and know which games I want to purchase. I also leave a note. You can add custom notes in it, and I add whether I have the manual for the game or I don't. So for some Nintendo titles that I'm searching for the manual, I can easily see if I own the manual for it. Sometimes you always can't access the app, so it's good to write it down. Have a wish list on a physical piece of paper, and it's easy to pull out of your pocket, look at what you need while you're browsing the games, and kind of give your memory a little jog like, oh yeah, I was looking for that game, let's see if this vendor has it. And it's always good to have a marker and some pens on you as well. Again, if you want to write down maybe a game that you're looking for, or maybe you're looking to get an autograph and the person doesn't have a marker, well, you have one and they can sign your game or shirt or whatever. Gotta be prepared for that situation. Something else maybe people don't think of, but when you get to the game convention, usually you're handed a lanyard. And sometimes they come on these kind of cheap strings here, and they can hurt your neck, so it's a good idea to bring your own lanyard. I picked these up at game convention. This one is a Nintendo theme, so sometimes you maybe have your favorite lanyard and you could bring that and attach the pass right to that one and wear that instead of the cheap stringy looking ones. Another great idea is to have some direction when you're going to the game conventions. Have a plan. And take a look at the brochure when you get it. Maybe there's some panels you want to see, concerts, or tournaments you want to enter. You could always program alarms in your phone, or again, use those pen and paper and jot down the times so you don't forget. So those are some of the things that I carry, and we're going to be moving on to camera equipment, what I bring to film game conventions. So I always bring my main camera here. It's a Rebel Canon T5i. And I'm using an 18 to 55 millimeter lens with a Rode microphone. And usually I'm walking around the game convention with my Joby GorillaPod here. It's very versatile. You can set it up for a steady shot on your table. The ball head moves, or it's great hooking up and having it basically in like a selfie mode when you're walking around. If you plan on doing interviews in front of the camera, it's a good idea to bring a tripod. Or perhaps if you have a friend, you could bring a monopod and he can hold the monopod for a more steady shot, and it's a little bit easier to walk around with a monopod than a tripod. I also bring extra batteries I keep in this case here, and the charger, of course, to charge new batteries. I bring 3 batteries, 1 in the camera and 2 ready to go. I color coded this here where it's green and red so I know which batteries are dead. If I take it out and put it here, I know this one needs to be charged and I have a good one ready to go. It's also a good idea to bring extra SD cards. This way, if yours fills up, you're able to switch over and still capture that game footage and not have to miss the shot. And depending on if I'm going to the convention for more than one day, I'll also bring my laptop with the external 1 terabyte drive here. This way, when I get back at the end of day 1, I can upload the footage to my computer and kind of organize it and get ready for day 2. Maybe have more direction, I need more B-roll or whatever shots, but it's great to unload it to here so it's backed up already. Now my game plan for shooting is, first, you have to decide what kind of video you want to shoot. Is it going to be more of a vlog style video or just a quick overview of the game convention? That will also determine how long your video is. Do you want it 10 to 15 minutes or more of a half-hour experience? And this will also depend on how long the convention is. If it's only 1 day or if it's 3 days, you're obviously going to have more footage at a 3-day convention. Now, in the past, I have gone out to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo and I put out 2 videos. I did a vlog video as well as the game convention video. With the vlog video, it's kind of more what we did after the game convention, hanging out with friends that I don't see often and maybe going game hunting in that area. And with the convention video, it's just stuff at the convention. Maybe short interviews and things that I bought. Now, one thing I do see with beginner videos is oftentimes they just hit record on the camera and just walk around the game convention. It's just one steady shot and there's no voiceover or music and it's very shaky. I often get bored watching these and try to click ahead to see if anything else happens or just click off the video completely. Now, you want to keep it interesting for the viewer, maybe add some B-roll over that footage or music. Now, you can never have enough B-roll. It breaks up that static shot and maybe you can add it over some interviews that you do as well. Also, if you are planning on doing interviews at the convention, it's almost a must to have an external microphone. The on-camera microphone usually isn't that great, and again, you're gonna be in a loud environment with lots of other people talking, perhaps music, so it's very hard to capture a clean audio signal. The best tip I could suggest is, if you're going to be doing an interview, to try to film as close to your subject as possible. You could almost have it right up to their face so their voice is traveling straight to the microphone, and then just add B-roll over that. So you don't have to see such a tight up-close shot, but you're getting that clean audio. Now, a few shots that I like to make sure I have is an outside of the building, maybe showing the people in line waiting. A couple shots in selfie mode, holding out my tripod, walking around the convention, and just having that selfie perspective, and then one flipped around where it's in first person mode and it has me walking down the aisles. And then I just get a lot of B-roll shots And you can film yourself talking about something at the convention as well, setting up the next shot when you're in that selfie mode. Maybe explaining how hungry you are and you're gonna grab some lunch, or that you heard there was a great deal around the corner, let's go check out that booth, and then you transition to that. And then again, I just shoot a lot of B-roll to put in between there. Now the optional part when editing is to narrate the convention when you get back home. Basically describing what you see at the convention and kind of sitting in your game room like this, or maybe filming outside the convention center. You can see this on a lot of bigger channels, much like the Game Chasers or Pixel Game Squad. It just breaks up those static shots and it flows a lot better as a video. And lastly is adding good music to your video. Of course, you can grab your favorite video game soundtrack or multiple games and add that over. YouTube also offers free monetizable music that you can use on your videos. As for me, I do pay for a service monthly. It's called Epidemic Sound, and they have thousands of songs that you can choose from by genre or type of music. I use a lot of 80s and synth that really fit the video. It helps it stand out a lot more than hearing the same music that you hear in other videos. Well, those are a couple tips that I suggest you guys use. Hopefully enjoy going to conventions this summer and possibly seeing you guys at these game conventions. I'll be at quite a few across the country, so there's a good chance we could run into each other. Well, let me know in the comments down below what's one thing you bring to a game convention that maybe I didn't mention. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And of course, as always, gamers, I'm Russ Lyman, and keep your world fun bit by bit. I'll see you next video. And I want to give a super shout out to my Patreon supporters: Dan Buchanan, Joey Ellis, George Sandoval, Joseph Riviera, Nintendo, Joe Sheevy, David Apuzzo, Maynard, Brian Culpepper, TechWizX, Matthew Hannigan, One Up John, and everyone on my Patreon page. Thanks so much for your constant support. I'll link below if you want to join. And I'll see you later.